Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fraser Park Public Utility District meeting. Today, June 11th, 2026, 4 p.m. Will you stand and join me in the pledge to the flag? Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call of directors. Director Schoenberg.
Here.
Director Nyman.
Here.
Director Gibson.
Here.
Director Kelly.
Here.
I'm Director Garcia. I'll be chairing the meeting. All present. Thank you. Discussion and vote for adjustments in the agenda if necessary. Any changes needed to the agenda? Not seeing any, we'll move on. Public comments, items not listed on the agenda, limited to 5 minutes. Anyone in the public have questions?
No, the same.
Not seeing any, we'll move on. Number 4, report of officers. I, as the president, do not have one. Vice President?
Nope.
Secretary?
I signed some minutes and the resolutions.
Thank you. Treasurer?
I just checked the normal pre-setup transfers to make sure they were there. We didn't have any other transfers this month
Thank you. JPIA rep?
or this month yet.
Nothing.
Number 5, board member initiatives. Not seeing any, I will move on. Number 6, manager's report.
Yeah, we've had an alarm we've done with it 10 for the nitrate to well 5. But our lab results have been coming in like on the 18th, they came in 8.3. I think the calibration is off. I talked to Ryan Eisenhower and instead of shutting everything down, he's letting me on. I just have to go to weekly nitrate testing, and I'm trying to get a hold of Hawk to get them to come up to calibrate the analyzers. But the sample we took on the 8th was 9.1, so it wasn't 10 like the analyzer was saying.
Okay.
So hopefully it's not, coming back again, but we're dealing with such a minuscule amount that it's hard to
Touchy.
stay underneath it, yeah. Other than that, took the guys to some training today at Caterpillar. It was free for equipment and grading and stuff like that, so that was good. I think that's it.
Okay. A, discussion vote on a will serve application.
Yeah, we've already investigated this. I think it's another case of people that want to try to sell their property and say that we did the same address a couple years ago. We can provide water. It would not be a big deal. It's not
Where was that?
on Texas Trail.
No, I mean, where's the?
We don't have it.
copy?
Well, I have one right here, so,
Okay.
but would you like to see it? I mean, it just says Texas Trail, but yeah.
Where?
On Texas Trail. You mean the actual address?
2 houses and down from the blue house.
I mean, I didn't think it was gonna tell you anything, which is why I said that, Terry. But all right, if you wanna.
Well,
like
I
that,
was
if you wanna be like that, I'll give you the APN too, as a matter of fact, when it comes back around, but, yeah, I think it's just another case, everybody wants. to-
3428 Texas Trail. I don't know where that is. but-
I know, that's what I figured. Nobody would know where that is, but yeah, it's, we've already approved it, but it's only good for 6 months at a time, so. Then they asked again if we, could provide water again, so
And-
I'm recommending yes.
And isn't Texas Trail coming off of 5?
No, Texas Trail comes off of 6.
Oh.
Because 6 feeds, it used to come off the spring. Sam Young Spring.
Right.
But when we, now that we don't use that, we fill Harrison with well 6.
Okay,
The only part that well 5 comes off of is parcel B and the lower third of town off of Mount Pinos, like
mhm.
the commercial district and
Do they do a deposit on that? Like,
yeah, the $200 deposit.
yeah, and we just what, hold it and,
We hold it for 6 months and then we take it.
If they have not.
okay, so we've taken the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was another one that,
So we
that
approved one
Deborah
last,
found that, was maybe the same one. And she found out that we had not taken it yet, so then she did.
okay,
Okay, well, I'll make a motion that we go ahead and approve, the will serve for 3428 Texas Trail.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
A motion has been made and seconded.
can I ask one question before we vote?
Sure.
I missed it, say what size, 3/4 or 1 inch?
It doesn't say, and that comes, nowadays we approve it. And then it comes back from the building department when they go to,
Which they
Bill.
need for fire protection. and-
yeah, I mean, sometimes it's 3/4 inch, sometimes it's 1 inch. It depends on what the flow results show.
And do they have that understanding if they do go through with it, that we are able to tell them to?
Yeah, they always have, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if they wanted to pay for a 6 inch, we would probably run a line for it because it makes so much money, but
No, I
Yeah,
know,
it's gonna
I'm
be
saying
3/4
as long as you're saying they always have, but I don't know if people understand that or not, so.
yeah, well, I always write it on here before I give them a copy too. What the
Okay.
cost is for a 3/4 and the upgrade to a 1 inch if they need it.
Okay,
Cool.
that's fine. Thank you.
Roll call of directors. Director Schoenberg,
Aye.
Director Nyman,
Aye.
Director Gibson, Director Kelly,
Hi.
Director Garcia and I. 500, motion carried.
Second on that? Becky. Thank you.
Administrative assistance report.
So I'm gonna get the exact dates for you next meeting, but, Director Kelly, Gibson and Schoenberg. Thank you. If you're re-upping for the election for your seat, it's usually starts about the 10th of July and you get through the first couple of days in August to register, but I'll have the exact date range for you next meeting.
And just to throw it out there, if anybody needs a ride to get down to do the signing up, I'm willing to do that.
Provide that for us.
Yeah, I like my board, so I wanna keep it. So if you guys need a ride, let me know. I'll take it.
Director Schoenberg,
And just a note, because I ran into this and it doesn't say it anywhere on the paperwork, and they're gonna give us that new piece of paperwork, I'm sure, if we go in to do it. There's a thing called confidential where supposedly they just don't publish your home address. But what it really is that you can't vote except by mail. Because you're now a confidential voter. But I said, where does it say that on it? I had to call the election office. I went in to vote and they told me I wasn't registered. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not registered? I got into this whole conspiracy thing. I was very angry. And I wasn't allowed to vote. And so I could vote.
For the primaries?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I could vote by mail. Or I could vote as a, whatever that one is,
Provisional.
provisional, which I don't, which is whatever. So my own theories on that, but anyway, so if you sign that, it does not give you clear stuff on what the repercussions really are. They don't just take your name off. You can't track your ballot anymore. You can't do any, it's just like
That's the
weird.
way
So I.
Protect you? Is that what their theory is?
That's what their theory is, but that's not really what's going on, so I, asked them to send me
I
another
figure
one,
everyone
because
knows where it
I
is.
signed it without knowing. Cause they sent it in the mail to us too, I don't know if you guys got it or not, but.
I did, and I signed up for it, and I mailed mine, but you can call and they'll tell you if they got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody knows where Brown lives.
It's a small town. Everybody knows where.
yeah, I just did it because it's not about the town, it's that it goes on the internet.
No.
I don't care about the town, everyone knows where I live, but I'm just saying I didn't necessarily, there was an option. Sorry, I don't want to take a lot of time with this, but there was an option, so it didn't have to be splashed all over the internet, but don't take that option if you wanna be able to vote anything other than mail. So, There we go.
Thank you for that, information.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, go ahead, 6B, administrative assistance report.
I think that's
She
it.
did, she
Okay,
gave it.
thank you. Number 7, standing committee reports, accounts payable committee.
We met and went through invoices and asked Deborah for, to cut checks, and we'll talk about everything in financial.
Thank you. State update meeting
We
committee.
meet next week.
Thank you.
Oh, maybe, I don't know if this is the right place. But we had Deborah change yours from a standing meeting to an ad hoc thing.
I had, this is,
Okay. When you came in for the 218?
you did, he didn't have it as a standing committee, you had it as a special meeting, which it cannot be.
Actually, that's my fault. Jerry didn't sign the thing, so I signed it.
Oh, okay.
He was here, so that was my fault.
Okay, it was, so we,
We all
anyway,
know.
we all got it, we,
So we just made up, we
Thank you.
didn't have an
You got it.
official ad hoc, but
in a different category.
we all knew about it, so.
Okay, number 8, ad hoc committee reports, planning project committee.
So we met, we will talk about that just briefly in the closed session, but we did meet with
When we get to that, we'll talk about it.
Easements and deeds committee,
No, not met,
bond book committee,
have not met.
5-year budget committee.
we just set a date for next Tuesday.
Deborah, we're gonna come in at 11 o'clock on Tuesday. Are you gonna be around?
Let me check my calendar. What time are you coming in? I'm sorry.
11.
Okay, Tuesday.
Probably 11 to like 2.
Yes, I will be available.
Perfect, thank
perfect.
you.
Parcel B project committee.
Becky and I tried, but, they didn't show up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I guess we're due probably on the 18th to,
Meet
and
again.
we'll talk about, Dee left some
Notes, yeah.
notes.
Okay, thank you. Number 9, financial business, discussion vote on account payable and financial information. Deborah Angel, you have the floor.
Okay, so we prepared 30 checks out of the revenue operating account for a total of $48,149.92. The extraordinary disbursements include JPIA payment of $13,009.33. Primary Visa, $3,191.17. Edison, $6,818.39. And a disbursement to Young Woolridge for $14,389.08.
Money.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Deborah.
Any questions from the board?
I'll make a motion that, we pay our bills.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call of directors. Director Schoenberg.
Director- Before I vote, didn't we have one question for Johnny on that? There was a question about what, it was one of the charges on the credit card, but it didn't say what it was for a subscription. Anyway, well, we can vote and we can look it up. Aye.
Director Nyman.
Aye.
Director Gibson.
Aye.
Director Kelly.
Aye.
Director Garcia is an aye. 5-0-0, motion carried.
Folder's there. I was looking where the folder was at.
Okay, number 10, closed session.
Oh, before we go,
Good night, Deborah.
Good night, Deborah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
so, you know, we approved our rate increase. So we the treasurer needs to, start putting in, payments to the CIP. I believe it was like $10,000.
Yeah, but that money hasn't coming in.
Yeah, you mean after we start. the
Right,
rate increase.
but I'm just saying, I mean, the new rates are
Not started yet.
July
It's on the
first.
agenda, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't actually get, payments don't start coming in until August though.
Okay, so for August, you wanna,
Change the amount, because there's already an amount going into it,
Right.
but it would increase.
but it would increase.
Yes, but that's a while.
You'll help me remember
Yes.
that? Director Kelly?
In August.
Just bringing that
Yeah,
up,
cause, yeah.
so we can start putting some money away. That's one of the reasons why we had to.
Thank you, Director Nine.
Okay, I'm done.
Into the two accounts, yeah.
Closed session will be conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation. Government Code 54956.9D1. Fraser Park Utility District versus CNC Elite Properties LLC et al. Kern County Superior Court case number BCV 24-100199. We will go into closed session and we will open as soon as we complete it. Thank you.
And also closed session pursuant to Government Code 54957.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Yes, what he said.
We'll be out shortly, it won't be too long. Hopefully not,
No, I'm laughing because I'm putting us into a room,
yeah,
but I'm not putting anybody in the room.
No, because
Oh.
there's
Because
just,
it's just us.
there's no D.
So I'm just gonna do it the same way because
yeah,
And did you
Nobody
read
wants
this,
to come
Jerry?
down.
There's nothing on
Well,
number
I
11?
might, I might, but not
There's
yet.
pretty much nothing on some of
It
those.
was one of the
We could
Amazon
actually skip
charges for
11.
like 200 something. I can't find
I
it
just-
for some
In
reason.
11A, there's no changes,
It
eleven
was,
B,
for us.
you know, you can
We're
just
back
kind
in
of read what
11C.
all of that is. There's nothing kind of reported for anything that, you know,
Yep. D, nothing to report.
yeah.
Well, I think we need to do that.
The first one we'll
no.
actually get action on is D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so,
Thank you.
But you need to go back in from closed session.
yeah, but I
Absolutely.
just letting him know.
We're back in.
Okay. We're back from closed session. Let the record show we're back at 4:34. And, here,
Number 11.
Oral announcement.
we have taken no action. Our closed session was for information from our, civil engineer. And, that is per government code 54957 Thank you. We'll be moving on to item number 11. Input from our engineer. 11A, no changes. So we're continuing the same timeline and budget. B, well 9, we have submitted the revised legal description to the county and are awaiting approval of the certificate of compliance. So that's where we're at on B. C, MOU. Nothing to report. Our attorney is revising the existing MOU.
Do we have any idea when we're gonna get that?
No, I haven't heard it.
Can we follow up with him? Cause if, you know, I mean, our last meeting is in 2 weeks.
I know, but the MOU does not need to be.
I know,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying,
See, the thing is, he's so busy that he prioritizes what has to happen. And I like to not sweat him on things that don't matter,
Yeah,
so we can sweat him on things that do.
Yes, otherwise it becomes a blur and they're all emergencies.
Yeah.
Thank you for your point, though. We'll keep that in,
because we're gonna try to write that, or it's written into our application, correct, Carlos?
okay, that's E.
oh, wait, Carlos?
It says E.
We're gonna try to do what, Lisa?
She's gonna ask a question.
It's written into our, new application for the construction money for the to complete the MOU, correct?
If we're not gonna complete it, once the FBA, well, once D gives me the budget, it should be, if we're gonna do the MOU during construction, using construction funding, that needs to be put into the construction funding amount, which, I mean,
Decent.
once we do the FBA package is when we can add it, but if he knows offhand, you know, we can add it now, but it can be added during the FBA package as well.
Because we also have to add all the LAFCO stuff, because we have to revisit that 6 months from our last meeting with
Well,
them.
then Dee's gotta put that stuff in the budget.
Yes,
That's something we have to tell him.
he knows, but yes, we need
We
to
have to
just
do
help
that.
remind him, all of us, to get that in there.
And I guess we can talk about it next meeting. I mean, when we finish in June, then I guess everything is gonna be moving for Lake of the Woods. Like if there's anything to discuss, like the MOU, it's gonna have to move to our regular meeting.
We could also ask him next Thursday at the state update meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, because we would temporarily go to just one meeting a month again.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be horrible.
And just so there's no confusion, the final date that work can be completed for the planning grant is July 31st.
And is that when everything has to be submitted as far as invoices or?
No,
when is all-
invoices, the last submittal date for invoices, I believe, is like in December.
Okay. Okay,
You
just
good?
wanna stay on top of that.
Perfect. Letter D, projects, Lake of the Woods projects. Pam, you have the floor.
Okay, so I just wanted to be clear, does that mean it will stop the state meetings too, guys?
Well, that's something we have to talk about next, when we have our state
Next week.
meeting, Pam. I
Okay.
think that something we'll have to talk about because I'm not sure,
Yeah.
think it's a good idea.
you know, we'll probably, maybe we'll still have a state meeting, but it'll be to go over maybe all our other stuff and we'll have to add that in of what we're working on, or I'm not sure,
Oh,
so we,
that makes sense. Yeah, because you guys still have projects going on. It's not just the annexation. Okay. All right. So for us, we have nothing to report. But Johnny, I did want to mention to you with the nitrate analyzer, we found that there's a window that needs to be cleaned, and maybe that's what's triggering your alarm. It just needs to be cleaned. And if you reach out to Eric, he can show you how to do that. We don't even have Hawk come up anymore or mail it in. He cleans this window. He's become a window washer.
Yeah, it's not a problem necessarily doing that, but since since we have the service contract with them,
Oh,
I'm gonna
and you
let
have
them-
someone coming out?
let them do their job. It hasn't been very long since they did it, so I suspect that maybe they didn't do it correctly.
Okay. I just wanted to be helpful because it
Yeah,
took
that's great.
a bit for us. We have the one where you ship it back, and one of ours was lost, and it's a $10,000 loss piece that we had to
Oh my
replace. Yeah, so we had to do some modifications. Do you guys have any questions for me?
no,
All right. Have a great day,
At
guys.
this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
11E, claims. Carlos?
no,
Not yet.
not until next, meeting.
Okay, thank you. Number 12.
Yeah, I do got one
Vote update.
comment on the last claim. Yeah, so claim
Sorry.
59, I had accidentally, added for the Young and Woolridge invoice, I added a past due amount. So I did correct it. Tiffany caught that, so it's, I sent her the corrected, form 260 that you signed. So it's already been taken care of. So I fixed it, but there was, I think $500 extra in Young and Woolridge that I just removed. And then I didn't go to the last page on one of these invoices, and I shorted that by like $200, but everything's correct. So the corrected amount for claim 59 is 34,261 with 56 cents.
That it?
Yeah, and another thing though is that we never met or decided on how much we were gonna ask for in the budget adjustment. So we need to do that before next week's meeting so I can have it ready for then.
Oh, we were supposed to get some of a printout, so we even know what's in every account, because we don't know.
No, this is for the engineering admin task that was over budget. So D was supposed to give us we were supposed to meet with D to get an amount to put under that task that we were going to ask for in the budget adjustment. So we just need to do that before the next meeting.
So,
Any questions from the board?
well, what do we need to do? I mean,
We need to have something for next week. To talk to the state about it.
And you guys were gonna ask G something about that when you guys met with CNC, but I know that you were asking because when we get the readout on the claim, we don't know what's in every account, so we were wanting to know what was in each account so that we would even know what we could even move into that.
Right, we needed it, right.
So we
Um,
couldn't even give Dee a number because we don't know what's in there.
if 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 you guys would have looked at the last planning budget spreadsheet that I sent, it has what's left in each budget. But if we move stuff that from tasks that have been completed that we're not going to need anymore, there's a total of $32,238.80. So I think maybe that amount would probably be enough until the end of July, since right now we owe D like 5,000 something dollars for that task. So even taking that $5,000, we still have like 27,000. If we just move those amounts, we would still have 27,000 left.
Well, I think we should go ahead and approve moving, if the tasks are complete and we still have money in there, I think we should just go ahead and move it, because we're at the end of our thing.
Yeah, I
There's
thought
nothing.
we could write that up, Carlos, so we could bring it up in the state meeting.
What's that?
I thought you were gonna write something up for us so we could bring it up in the state meeting of what was going where.
Well,
Where we were,
I can't-
what we were closing out.
yeah, I can't write it up without knowing the amount that we're gonna move. But if we want to write it up after the state meeting, then we can discuss it at the state meeting. So I don't know what you guys want to do, because we were supposed to meet with D before to figure out what was left and what we were gonna move, but we just never organized that meeting. So
Well, okay, I think what's important is that maybe you get with D and find out what he has left that he's gonna need in that administrative, and then, we should go ahead and move that amount from whatever the tasks are. You know, I really don't think it's that important. I mean, you know what tasks are completed that we're not gonna be taking money from, so we should be asking and going ahead and moving that money.
okay, yeah, I could do that. But the only reason I wanted to meet with D is to get a clear number, because I don't want to have to do, a
And
budget
again.
adjustment now and then have to do another budget
Right,
adjustment
right.
at the end. So we want to
So
catch
why
it all in one.
don't you give D a call? I'm not sure if he's out just for the weekend, or I'm not,
Next Monday.
so maybe next Monday, get
Okay,
a hold of D.
I'll get with D before the next meeting, before I send out the agenda plus attachments. So I'll have a budget adjustment request ready
Whatever.
for the next
Yeah.
meeting.
That we can discuss, okay?
Sounds good.
And Carlos, I got the planning invoices from D from the month of May, and I know they're actually pretty hefty. I don't know what categories you break them out into,
Well,
but you'll see those when I send them to you probably Monday.
okay, so I'll get a good idea as to what's going to be left from just those tasks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
sounds good. Thank you, Carlos.
And I
Well,
got another
Done?
thing to talk about, but yeah, I don't know if this is the correct place, but basically I wanted to talk about the line item for the attorney that pays the attorney's fees.
For the consolidation?
Yeah, for the consolidation project. So is this the appropriate place to talk about it or no?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's claims and payouts, yes.
Okay. So yeah, so basically I was gonna ask, as of right now, including claim 59, there's $10,012 left in the planning budget. Do you think that we're gonna use it all as of July 31st for Young and Woolridge? Because I'm thinking that if we don't, well, we'll know after July if we don't use it, then I was thinking maybe we can allow Lake of the Woods attorney fees to go in there so we can use up the budget because after July 31st is going to go away.
Yes, but I'm still concerned that we may have more fees.
I know, but what I'm saying is we'll know after July 31st they can't anything you can only input for work up to July 31st. So if there's no other work after July 31st, then all that money is free and clear. So there's not.
So if they don't do it before July 31st, we'd be responsible for it anyways. And they've already incurred costs.
We're
So-
not gonna be responsible.
No,
for it.
no, yes, Lisa, what he's saying is
That money goes away.
whatever work that they're doing, we can only put in the Lake of the Woods up to July 31st. If
I
they do,
understand that.
so if they do something after that, we would have to pay that. So,
No, what,
well.
we were not paying for Lake of the Woods. We
No,
were
what I'm
paying-
saying, what I'm saying
No,
is
what-
that all the
what he's
work that Young
saying
and
is-
Ridge does up to July 31st is reimbursable under the planning grant, but any work after July 31st is not reimbursable. So after July 31st, that we'll know if any more Young and Woolridge
Right, if
invoices
there's
are
money
coming in,
left over, then he
and then
wants to
anything
submit
left over would
to
go
help
to
out
Lake
Lake
of
of the Woods if we have money left
I
over.
understand
That's all he's saying.
that.
And it
Okay.
can't be transferred to consolidated engineering where we're falling short.
Well, we're already,
may
we're
happen.
already other,
We're already falling short in other line items.
yeah, but that's what he's saying is there's other line items that he's gonna cover it. He has 34,000 that he's gonna cover from line items that we've already, that we're already done with the tasks. So they're not gonna use that money, so that money's
I know
gonna
what
go,
Carlos is saying, but, and I think Lisa and I are on the same page. Because at least one of those invoices that you've asked for is $30,000.
right,
And like I said, I don't know how Carlos breaks it out on line
Right.
items, but I'm telling you, there's hefty stuff coming.
right. And so, yeah, but that's what he's gotta figure out. This is only, he's saying only if we have money left over at that time. I mean, if we needed to move it from there,
Right, but I think we can say that, but we can't really decide that until we see the bill. So what we need to do is probably assess this
listen to what I'm saying.
closer to the date.
Once July 31st hits, none of the work after July 31st can go on this work. So we have until December of 2026 to submit invoices. So by then, nothing that you guys put in is reimbursable after July 31st. So we'll know how much money is left. What I'm saying is, if rather than that money just going away, and then putting Lake of the Woods legal costs into the construction funding, we can do it now. And
yeah,
take care
that
of
all
it now.
he's saying is, we're gonna take care of what we need to take care of up front.
And it's not taking money away from you guys. This is we'll know everything that you guys have expended, and we'll know what's
Right,
gonna go
we're
in
not
there.
saying we're doing it right now, Lisa, he's just saying that come July 31st, if we have money left
Of
over.
course we would do that. Why
we're gonna
wouldn't
do
we?
that.
Yeah,
So I-
but why is it coming up? Well, do we need to vote on it?
No, but we were just talking about it, we were just, so everyone's clear is that we're,
Yeah, I mean,
you
of
know?
course, we're gonna do that if we can compensate them out of this as opposed to letting the money go back to the state when they've already put money out. And as opposed to trying to write even more money into the construction phase, of course, I think. we
So
would all
everyone's cool with
agree on
I'm confused why we are paying Lake of the Woods.
We're not paying, it would be them being reimbursed for their attorney fees from the state. Right now, they never got written into the planning for their
Like
current
the
MOU attorney fees. They got written in for other stuff, but they didn't realize how much they would spend with this attorney that hasn't really panned out. So they could get reimbursed as long as we don't have any other bills after the 31st is what Carlos is saying of July, then we still have time to submit previous work that we forgot to submit, which would be Lake in the Woods, up until December. So as long as we still have money, then they could get maybe some or all of their attorney fees for the MOU reimbursed and others.
Instead of the money just going away.
I mean, I just, when was it discussed that we would pay their?
We're not
We
paying.
have not,
We're discussing it now.
we're discussing it now.
No, but we're not paying.
We're not paying it. All we're saying is that.
Hypothetical
the-
situation.
All we're saying is that the Lake of the Woods contract for consolidation, that money that we have, he's saying is going away on, after the 31st. If we were done
Don't spend it.
and wait a second, let me finish. When we submit all our invoices
Mhm.
and there's still money left in the budget, it's not coming from FPPUD. If there's money left in the budget on the contract, then at that time, we would allow submitting some of their fees so that they could get reimbursed. And it would come
They
from,
took it under, I'm sorry, you finished, I'm sorry.
but I don't see what's so difficult about this. It's,
Good summary.
So there's a couple things that I'm concerned about. It's not gonna come from us, it's gonna come from the state. We did
I
discuss,
understand
no,
that,
we
And it
did
doesn't
discuss
shortchange
it,
us
but I don't think we should make that decision
right now.
even right after the 31st when we can't submit anymore, because as you well know, D is very errant sometimes on submitting some of these things from previous, like all of a sudden stuff shows up from 6 months ago.
A
And
year ago.
A year ago, 2 years ago, from not just him, but from other stuff too, like who knows what else. So I think we just need to be really cautious of that, Carlos, because we have had that situation in the past where stuff shows up. I don't know why it shows up so late, but it shows up really late. So I would say once we're sure that nothing new is gonna show up, that we're gonna have to pay out of pocket, then yes, we did discuss maybe writing them into the construction phase, but this would allow us to give them some money before the construction phase. But I'm definitely worried about, I don't wanna make that decision at the end of July, because as you know.
Well, and that's fine.
Trickle,
So we have till December to
that's
spend it.
fine,
Right.
and that's the discussions we have to have with D, and we have to
Right.
give him, and Carlos, and we have to give him a deadline of say, you cannot submit anything after this date, and if you find something, that's on you. And
Yeah.
we're not submitting it, and we're not paying for it. I mean, that's really
I think
how we
that's
have to.
important, because we've
Yeah.
had that happen in the
Accurate bookkeeping is
previous
part of being a
project.
professional engineer.
That's it.
Thank you. Enough discussion? Thank you, Carlos. I think we've got the idea and we'll be looking for those dates and, what we have to do post 31st and what we've got left. So appreciate you bringing that up.
Yeah, and that's a good thing is that we have until December. So if we find anything before then, we can still input it.
Okay, let's move on to number 12. 12 is discuss and vote update on Fraser Park Lake of the Woods Consolidation Construction Project. A, D's response is plans and specs are in process. Okay. B, discuss and vote on the project app. Nothing new to report. Okay,
Does Carlos have anything?
Yeah, the only thing we got is we got a message from Jonathan. He's wanting D to clarify all the legal expenses he put, and I don't know if this is probably not part. I don't know if it's part of the app or not, but it's regarding all the legal expenses that have been incurred for eminent domain. So I don't know if did he reach out to you, Tiffany?
He did reach out to me and I told him I'd put together a spreadsheet for him and
Okay,
send
so
it back. Is
basically-
that for consolidation or is that for the well eight and pipeline?
It's for the pipeline and well 8.
Okay,
So basically, he stated in that email that once he stated in that email that once he once he gets that information, then that the funding agreement would be coming soon.
Oh, okay, we're out of order, so, I mean,
We're not completely out of order because the agenda's wrong, so I'm just gonna note that 11 and 12 say exactly the same thing.
No, they don't.
No,
Oh,
with
no, they don't.
consolidation,
Consolidation.
construction,
Construction.
and then. the
Okay, so we
pipeline
are
is
out of
above
order.
that.
We need to talk about this on 13. Sorry, I read that
Pipeline
weird.
is down below.
Yeah, it's 13.
You're confusing.
Let's all talk one at a time, please, order.
Sorry.
Okay,
so what are we gonna be, I guess the question is, Carlos, is the project application for the consolidation.
Oh, it's
How
for the
they
okay, never mind.
construction.
That was for the pipeline. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
still,
were talking about
still working.
pipeline.
yeah, I'm still working on the consolidation app. I'm gathering information. I can't. I mean, I got till July 31st, so I'm hoping that D can give me the estimated budget for the consolidation project so I can input it into the general app, and that app would need to be signed by the board president. So once I can't submit it to you guys until I get that information. So hopefully I get that soon.
Okay,
And I'm sorry, I said that totally wrong. 12 has a ABE is what I was trying to say, and then I got confused myself.
okay.
we're good.
So we just need to change the.
Okay, we're ready to go to E.
ABC instead of E. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 12E, discussion vote on the contract between FPPUD and D Jasper and Associates.
We don't have it yet.
DJA, D Jasper and Associates, will prepare a contract for the next phase. Okay, that's his response.
Yes. Good night.
Right.
Night.
13, discussion vote on well number 8 and pipeline replacement project. 13A, discussion vote on engineering and design. Engineering and design are done and approved. Okay, good. B, discussion vote on the project application.
Now, this is what Carlos was talking about.
The project application was submitted months ago. D Jasper and Associates prepared and uploaded whatever DWSRF life cycle analysis to the state portal and to Jonathan. D Jasper Associates is addressing Jonathan's inquiries as they occur. So he's hot on it.
And this is where you would talk about that.
The pipe, yeah.
So basically what we're needing is D has to explain, because he put that I think about 135,000 have been spent to date on eminent domain and legal costs, and then he put an estimated an extra $100,000 would be spent. So basically Jonathan wants a breakdown of all those expenditures and how the $100,000 will be spent after that. And then the only other thing that we would need, I believe, is that environmental package that is being completed by Tom Dodson and Associates for that application to be fully complete. But I'm sure we'll get the funding agreement before then. But you can't, if we get the funding agreement, we can't access it until everything is marked complete.
Okay.
Further questions from the board?
Well, we just
Not
gotta stay
seeing
on
any,
the-
we'll move on to C. 13C. Discuss and vote on well 8 property and property acquisition. His response, D Jasper's response, well 8 acquisition is covered in item 10.
That's
Oh, okay, we went over that.
yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing to report there. We're continuing on with that.
And we're having another meeting on the 10th of July.
Thank you. In addition, okay, next, 14, discussion vote of parcel B water tank replacement project, timeline budget, environmental engineering funding agreement, and going out to bid. Well 8 acquisition is covered in item 10. We talked about that. That was our closed session. 14 parcel B. County inquiries are being addressed. A second set of plans and specs was submitted to the county as requested. So we are waiting on the county for that. Going on to 15,
Got a question on this one,
Director Kelly.
because if you could, I mean, I still got my timeline for parcel B, which I found. By this time, we were already supposed to have been out to bid,
Yep.
so
We're-
we're way behind.
No, we're not, because we haven't gotten this certification of the release of funds from HUD yet. It's not that we were behind, we're expecting to go out to bid
At the end of it.
probably. Yeah, we're in that. Right at mid to end of June, so we're still loosely on the
For some
schedule.
reason, I thought
There's a
21st.
waiting period.
21st for some
With
reason.
HUD, and we're still in the waiting.
There was a 15-day waiting period, and we were waiting for HUD to release,
Yeah, but Dee wants us to vote tonight approving going out to bid. He was saying, if he thought about it, we should have done it last meeting. And they want the board's verbal approval.
Yeah, which we definitely wanna do. We
yeah.
wanna do everything we can ahead of time, if we can.
We need to do that.
I make a motion that we, authorize D to go out to bid, for the parcel B water tank replacement project.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
A motion has been made and seconded. We're gonna take a roll call of directors. Director Schoenberg?
Aye.
Thank you. Director Nyman?
Aye.
Director Gibson?
Aye.
Director Kelly?
I'm gonna abstain.
Director Garcia is an aye. 5-0, 1 abstention. Motion carried. Okay, thank you all.
Nothing's been done.
Number 15. Discussion vote on the rate study, resolution FP 20260611-01, resolution of the board certifying the results of the Proposition 218 majority protest hearing and adopting an increase in the district's base water rate and usage rate. Who is gonna address that?
Should I just read this or?
Yes,
Yeah,
please,
it's,
Director Nyman.
Written by our attorney. Just
Okay.
so
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, before the Board of Directors of Fraser Park Public Utility District, resolution number FP 20260611-01. In the matter of resolution of the board certifying the results of the Proposition 218 majority protest hearing and adopting an increase in the district's base water rate and usage rate. Whereas through the adoption of Proposition 218, which added Article XIIIID Section 6 to the state of California's Constitution, public agencies are required to hold a majority protest hearing before they can adopt an increase in certain property-related fees and charges. And whereas the board has determined that the rate increase provided herein are necessary and in the best interest of the district and its customers. And whereas on February 26, 2026, the Board of Directors passed and adopted resolution number FP 20260226-01 that, among other things, one, established the procedures governing the assessment balance proceedings for the proposed increase to the district's base water rate and usage rate. Two, adopted the Fraser Park Public Utility District rate study as prepared by Self-Help Enterprises. Three, set the date for and establish the procedures governing the majority protest hearing. And four, authorize district staff, legal counsel, and consultants to take all actions necessary and appropriate to carry out the majority protest hearing, including the mailing of notice to each property owner subject to the proposed rate increases in compliance with Article XIIIID Section 6 of the California Constitution. And whereas the district called for and held a Proposition 218 public majority protest hearing, and whereas in accordance with the provisions of Proposition 218, the Inflammation Act and District Resolution Number FP 2026-0226-01. The ballots have been reviewed, collected, and tabulated. Now therefore, the Board of Directors of California, of the Fraser Park Public Utility District does hereby resolve, declare an order as follows. One, election results. In accordance with the provisions of Proposition 218, the Implementation Act and District Resolution Number FP 2026-0226-01. The district's general manager and clerk of the board, with the assistance of a member of the public, oversaw and tabulated all ballots received. The summary results of said election are as follows. Total ballots mailed to the property owners was 2,609. Total ballots received by the district in protest, 9. To imposition, number 2, imposition of base water rate and usage rates based upon the results listed above, which demonstrates that a pure majority of property owners did not protest the proposed increase. This board, in accordance with the provisions of Proposition 218 and Resolution Number FP 2026-0226-01, does hereby adopt an increase in the district's base water rate and usage as follows. And I don't think I have to read this. This is so it has the current monthly base rate, and it shows year 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5 for all the increases. And number 3, staff direction. In accordance with this resolution, applicable law, this board does hereby direct staff to take the appropriate steps necessary to ensure the collection of this increase in the district's base water and usage rates. All the foregoing being on motion of the director and second, and okay. So I'll make a motion that we go ahead and adopt this resolution of the matter of board certifying the results of the Proposition 218 majority protest hearing and adopting an increase in the district's base water rate and usage rate.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
A motion has been made and seconded. Roll call of directors. Director Schoenberg,
Aye.
Director Nyman,
Aye.
Director Gibson,
Aye.
Director Kelly,
Aye.
Director Garcia is an aye. 5-0-0, motion carried. At this time, I'd like to take a 10-minute recess. Can I have a
We'll
motion?
make a motion that we take a 10-minute recess.
or 5?
We can do a 5-minute.
We need to take a recess.
Okay.
We're getting long.
Exactly, thank you.
Okay, I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. A roll call of directors. Director Schoenberg,
Aye.
Director Nyman,
Aye.
Director Kelly,
Aye.
Director Gibson,
Aye.
Director Garcia is an aye. Motion carried. We're taking a 10-minute break at 5:11.
Also, thank you, Carlos. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I know it's not a 10-minute break, but we're ready to resume. And we will be starting, number 16, new business
At what time?
at 5:17. Thank you. Discuss and vote on purchasing new chairs for the boardroom. Johnny?
The only reason I brought this up was because there was a sale going on and there's, people with health. If you haven't bought new boardroom chairs since the whole time I've been here, so 17+ years.
25 years maybe?
But it was solely for the people that, have aches and pains and whatever, but you don't wanna buy just one or two, you want them all to match, so. Some of you guys.
Sale's not on anymore, right?
No, but I can find other deals.
Director Gibson, please.
Chairs were replaced right after I got on the board.
Yeah, so that's been a long.
Yeah, 15 years, sure. You're right, okay.
I don't even remember that they were done 15 years ago.
We were young people then.
You were on the board when I started working here, Becky,
You were,
so I think you've been here longer than 15 years ago,
really?
cause you were on the board when I started,
I was just brand new on the board.
which is
Well,
17.
it seems like 15 years at
Yeah.
least.
What are we thinking then, guys?
Yeah, it's more.
And to give you an
You
update,
probably have to buy what, 10 or 11 something?
No.
no,
Well, wait a minute, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Well,
6,
this is 7,
7, 8,
yeah.
9, 10.
well, we could separate it with board chairs. And
I was just counting all of them. You say you want all the same, so.
Yeah, and then to give you an update on the improvements, the curtains I ordered, because I can't find blinds that are reasonable, curtains I ordered said that they were available, now they're not available till June 29th. So I only ordered the set for in here so we can see how they look and decide if we want to do it with all of them. I think they're gonna be nice, and then the sign, I don't know if any of you noticed the sign.
Yeah, the sign looks.
I looked for it last week, so I was gonna ask you tonight, so it's up now.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I think.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think it's really awesome, so. But it's up to you if you want me to start looking for chairs, and then you would have to set the dollar amount. I think $300 a chair is not unreasonable. That's what the sale was, so maybe $350, and then I'll get the best deal I can.
Yeah, why don't you, if you have the time to do the research and
Yeah.
come back to us and your,
Well, if I find a sale, then I might not be able, that's why I would like you to approve it,
oh,
or just prove it now, so if I find a sale, I can just get it.
what does the board think?
And it would be 7 chairs.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we approve, 7 new chairs at no more than $300 or
$350.
$350 a chair. And that Johnny to find the best deal possible.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. Roll call directors, Director Schoenberg,
I,
Director Nyman,
Aye.
Director Gibson,
Abstain.
Director Kelly,
No,
Director Garcia is an aye. 3 ayes, 1 no, and 1 abstention. Motion carried. Number 17.
can I just say one thing
Yeah,
on that?
absolutely.
I don't think we should get rid of all of the chairs we do have, because a few of them are still good, so I would suggest that we.
Yeah,
you know,
rotate out the good ones and,
Yeah, that we replace some of the, like that chair's barely moves.
I do that stuff already, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, thank you. Number 17, discussion and review of a grand jury report. Enlighten me, whoever knows.
yeah. Fine.
So can I say something on that?
Please, Dr.
So
Schoenberg.
what we need to do is respond to it. We only have 90 days.
Did a
It's
letter?
really important that it's their findings, and then
Anyone like to read them?
Last time,
we did last time, yeah. Were you not?
no, you were not here.
Not here. So, there are facts that they have, then there's findings. We have to answer to the findings, which there's F6, F1 through F6, and the recommendations R1 through R4. I definitely have some issues with this. Um, so I think there's some inaccuracies in here. And I also have a problem that I'm gonna state for the record because I don't understand, and I think we need to call the grand jury and ask why. Not that I have a problem necessarily with Lake of the Woods responding to this, but to my understanding, when the grand jury comes and investigates us, they only do that with public utilities. They're a mutual, they're not part of us yet, so why are they responding to our grand jury report?
Shouldn't be.
Well,
Well,
and
they
even
are.
in the report, it says that they don't normally visit mutuals.
I believe that the reason they did that is because the topic of this grand jury report investigation was mostly to do with the joining of the two districts, so.
But
Since they're gonna join with Lake of the Woods, then I guess they felt like they had to talk to Lake of the Woods,
But there's some real issues, cause I mean, I already have a problem with to merge or not to merge, because we already made that decision.
Right.
Why is the grand jury superseding, something that we voted on through the state, with the state of California
but
and
did
did
they
all those?
supersede it by just saying we should continue?
No, they said we should continue, but the title to merge or not to merge is very weird and misleading.
But
It's like we're trying to decide.
the way I understand this is, the grand jury doesn't tell you anything. And if you try to call them and try to pin them down and stuff, they're probably not gonna tell you anything. What they will do is when they get complaints or like when people said we were charging wrong and all that stuff the time before, they don't tell you why they're there. They just come out and they investigate that and then give you your findings. When they come in here, they don't talk to like everybody that's here. Whoever they get at the beginning signs a promise that they'll never disclose anything until the report's out. So somebody obviously was concerned about the consolidation, concerned about Lake of the Woods being held to debts from Fraser Park, so that's what got them all involved. So now they're chiming in on it.
Okay, well, are we able to talk to them about their a little bit inaccuracy? Cause
No.
like,
Personally, I don't think they're gonna talk to you at all.
No, once
We're gonna
these
respond.
reports are out,
My
they're-
question about,
they will never be changed.
my question about this debt thing.
Well, it's
Is-
not even that, there's other things.
Yeah,
There's no
but,
question, we just need to do the responses to their findings, and then that's the only way to address it.
And that goes to the judge, so
Yeah,
the
there's
thing
no
is that,
What,
back and
what
forth.
number is
yeah,
it?
there's no debate with them. If whatever debate we have, we tell the judge. And then the judge either agrees with them or us. That's the way.
well, I just don't understand that, the whole concept of that, when, they're gonna benefit when all of a sudden, when we figure out new rates. So how is it? I
mean, there's no telling what people,
cause all of a sudden Lake of the Woods is gonna benefit from having an additional 1,300 customers and their rates are gonna go down, or, I mean.
no matter how it is, I mean, it's really a moot point. Like the last people that I know of that told the grand jury that they weren't gonna listen to them, they paid dearly for it. That was.
well, I'm not saying we're not gonna listen, I'm
So,
just saying.
so ultimately, there's no debate. The debate is just responding and sending it to the judge and see if he decides to comment. The last two times we had grand jury reports here, we never heard nothing after the response. And there's really hardly anything that we have to do that we're not doing already as it is.
So, okay, let's just go to the findings, because obviously, I mean, I don't have any problem with their discussion of facts, that's pretty clear, it's just some of the other stuff and a little bit of stuff in the findings, so. So on F1, they said a state grant of $1,014,892 has been received to merge the two systems. I don't think that that's a good enough finding, I think it's a little inaccurate because it's not talking, it just says this requires some laying a pipe and a few connections.
Right.
No,
That-
it requires a huge undertaking where we're gonna need to get another $20 million, something like that. So I just think in our finding,
Yeah, let's make
we
it,
just need to answer it in such a way that it doesn't, it sounds so like, oh, $1 million,
Oh,
we
good.
can merge.
Sounds
the two.
Been received. We're trying to get it.
No, the
No,
$1
we
million
received
is we've received. So what they're talking about is the project planning grants. They're not talking about pre-planning, they're only talking about planning, and they're not talking about construction. So I think on F1, we just need to say,
Will you start with the respondent either agrees with the finding or the respondent disagrees wholly or partially?
okay,
The first sentence.
so I would say
Get the money.
the respondent disagrees partially, and then something like, while we received a state grant of $1 million for planning to merge the two systems, the actual merger will require a much larger grant. And this will require much more than just laying some pipe and a few connections. It's a multitude of connections and a very complicated, not just pipe, but we need to have boosters, we need to have a new well and all
One
kinds of
thing you
stuff.
need to understand is that they're not gonna care about too many details. I mean, they had the access to all that stuff. They're not gonna care about us, because this doesn't bind us. to anything. This
No,
doesn't
I know,
matter.
but the finding is something that people read, so
sugar
they're
is
gonna say. Now he's eating the raisins. Yeah, I knew my sugar was low. I ate them before it went off. Okay, so, yes, so I would just say that we need something that says something like, while we did receive we agree that we received a state grant of $1 million for the planning project,
That's
for
fine.
the planning
Just leave it at
portion.
that.
yeah.
No, for the planning portion to merge the two systems. What is required to do the actual merger will be another grant of a great deal more money and multiple and
Structure.
and more complicated infrastructure than what was written in finding one.
Much more.
Got it. And then what I'll do is, get this all on paper and then that will go back to you to
Right.
tweak whatever.
Perfect, okay.
Translation.
So can I just read through these and we can?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, finding 2, in the proposal for the merger, it is written that the Lake of the Woods customers will not bear any of the district's debt. That's. I mean, they're not gonna bear our previous debt.
That's what they're saying.
Right, but it doesn't really
It doesn't pin it down.
pin it down well enough, so I would say partially agree again.
Partially?
Yeah, that in the proposal, we have said that they will not bear previous debt, but we will have to figure out going forward, and so it's not that they're never gonna bear any of the district's debt.
Well, we
They're
don't
gonna
have to say
become
all
the
that. We
district.
just say that they will not bear the debt that we accrued before the merger.
Yeah, so we could just say that.
I mean, but when it's done,
They will be
it
part of
really
the-
doesn't matter because they won't be Lake of the Woods.
Exactly, I know.
Well, it's just a response to the grand jury. It's simple.
So for the,
Because I don't know how you can take and say, this debt was over here. And you can't, we're over here, we're not gonna touch that debt. So don't put any of our money, we're gonna have to set up a whole account to start putting monies into.
but okay, when we talked about this, that is correct, because what happens is they may be able to lower their costs, maybe, because they're coming into a bigger system, but it may not be lower because they're gonna have to pay for booster and pumping costs, so we don't know what that's gonna cost at all, so
Okay, now,
basically, that's not previous debt. I think they're just talking about our loans. And no, they're not gonna be paying our loans per se, the new Lake of the Woods customers. They're gonna just be paying into the system as it exists when they come in.
And all of that's gonna be figured out by the Prop 218.
We'll have to do another Prop
okay, but now what about the other people between here and Lake of the Woods?
Well,
There are many other customers that are, so do they get a separate account? Do they get separate billing?
It's just gonna be the same thing. It's just, they ain't gonna be, they're not gonna have to pay our prior loan debt.
Yeah, it's not separate billing per se, but that was explained to us that there is it's a tiered billings. I know we can't do tiered quote unquote, so I don't know what it's called, but it's a multi-faceted billing where they don't pay exactly the same as the customers in Fraser Park. Fraser Park doesn't incur their stuff and we don't, and they don't incur our stuff as it existed before the merger.
Plus, we're
So-
kind of getting ahead of ourselves and we're getting too into details because this is not to the state that's giving us money. This is not the MOU with Lake of the Woods. This is nothing except for a passing comment from
Right, so
the
it.
grand jury. So we can keep it very simple. Like, yes, we will not, Lake of the Woods will not incur
Previous,
prior debt, prior to the consolidation debt. Simple.
correct. No,
So what are we gonna, but what's gonna happen with their debt? I mean,
I don't.
how does that figure out?
we don't, it doesn't matter if it
Easy,
does.
easy.
feel comfortable with that, but okay.
The MOU is gonna dictate all of that. It's gonna go through our attorneys.
What does matter for this is that we're not gonna say that they won't bear any district debt because they are going to be the district.
Right.
So we can't say that. They're not going to bear previous loans that existed before they became part of this district.
Okay.
And so that's a partial agreement. It's not a full agreement. It's not a full disagreement. It's just that it's too simplistic.
We all understand that. Let's go on to F3.
No, she's helping me out, Dr.
Oh, I'm
Garcia,
sorry.
because I have to put this
Yeah,
into writing.
I'm sorry.
You're right, and that's
To help,
well taken, thank you.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
She's helping.
F3, the district is using eminent domain to obtain the site for well number 8. That's correct.
That was that one. The respondent agrees with the finding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, F4, the eminent domain process was started on January 8th, 2024. I thought it started, a prejudgment possession was obtained on January 22nd, 2024. Trial is set for April 12th, 2027. So didn't the eminent domain start before that? I mean, that's when we filed
That's when it's.
in the court.
That's what they consider starting it.
Yeah, the complaint.
You can talk for a million years and it don't matter until you file it.
So can we just say the eminent domain complaint was started? That not the process. The process was started long before that.
Well, the
but the-
process didn't start, actually. They don't consider it a process till you file the court case. Then it's the process, but it's just nitpicking words anyway. I mean,
Right.
I know, but that's
you can
why
say it's factual. Yeah, it's factual.
I don't think it's factual. That's why I'm saying it.
That's-
Did you
Yeah,
get
I-
paid for that?
I agree.
No, I think they probably pulled it from the court system. I didn't give
You say
them.
partial.
So I would just say the court, I would say partially agree, and I would just say the eminent domain court process was started.
Okay.
And that makes it simple because we started the process way before.
And I thought the court was set in October, not April.
Yeah, I think April 12th is also wrong.
I thought they moved it to just into the new year.
No.
Not till the end of August.
Yeah, so
Why
as,
don't they went to the court to get that date.
why don't you just on the response say the dates may be incorrect?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The trial date may be incorrect.
Because we were told by the attorney it's not till
Partially.
October.
If we partially agree, what part are we agreeing to in that? 'Cause
Well, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think it's just, we need.
I think it's just three things. Either you disagree, you partially agree, or you completely agree. So like on,
Well, it's actually, it's.
They don't consider it actually starting until you
You
file a
either
legal
agree-
document.
Or wholly disagree or partially disagree.
okay,
I wanted to-
so I'm saying
disagree.
it back, I'm saying it backwards. So we partially disagree
There you go.
Yeah,
because the process started before that and I believe the trial date is wrong.
Okay.
Okay, F5, the nitrate issue has been mitigated by the Lake of the Woods through mixing lower nitrate wells with higher nitrate wells to bring the levels to government standard. I believe Lake of the Woods, we completely agree with that.
Yes,
Okay.
we're all good.
F6, routine monthly expenditures under $3,000 require 2 board member signatures. 3 board member signatures are required on checks over $3,000. We completely agree with that.
yeah.
Okay, recommendations. R1, the districts and the Lake of the Woods continue to participate in the merger talks. Finding F1, yes, we completely agree, correct? Or
Wait, which one?
R1 on the
Oh.
recommendations.
Okay, let me look at the recommendations. The responding party shall report one of the following actions. One, either the recommendation has been implemented with a summary regarding the action. So that's option one. Option two, the recommendation has not yet been implemented, but will be in the future with a time frame. Three, the recommendation requires further analysis with an explanation in the scope and parameters of the analysis, blah, blah, blah. Four, the recommendation will not be implemented because, and then an explanation.
So on that
So
one, it's the
there's-
first one.
4 different types of.
So
And
it's,
she's getting that from page 4.
Yeah,
if you-
it's
if you
that,
wanna know.
that,
Responsible.
so it's funky because it's being, the recommendation has been implemented. So with the summary, I would just say this, on the summary, it just says we are continuing with the talks to merge
well, it,
or to consolidate. I wouldn't even say, yeah, because it says we have to give a summary regarding the implemented action.
That was one of the other choices, right? The first one.
Nope,
was just
the
it's
first
already
one
enacted.
says,
It's
yeah, I'm
only
reading
the-
it right out of it.
Yep.
so we're gonna do response one, the recommendation has been implemented and.
We are continuing
talk.
the consolidation talks.
No, one. R2.
Are we good with that?
Yeah.
Everybody? R2, the Lake of the Wood customers should not be liable for any pre-merger debts incurred by the district. Yes, we agree that, the recommendation has been, well, it hasn't been implemented yet. It will be implemented in the future.
Can I ask something for a second? I'm not seeing where it says, what you're telling me, it says on for the findings and recommendations.
Go-
response.
Go
The only
to
part I see is responses to findings on there.
the B, it's B.
Oh, recommendation, okay.
Yeah.
So response two, the recommendation.
I think it would be,
Yeah, but. implemented
I think it would
will
be 2, yeah,
Well, I,
or 3,
We are in talks with them. We're still talking about the first one, right? R1?
no, we're done with
Oh,
R1.
okay.
R2.
The 2.
So on 2, I think it would be number 2, because it's not implemented yet, but we will be implementing it in the future. The timeline for implementation is at the point where we actually
I would say
consolidate.
3.
Consolidation.
I would say 3. It requires
Further
further
enough.
analysis of the whole thing. We don't know how anything's gonna work
Right.
until the MOU gets worked out, until we do, another rate study, all that stuff.
right, well, that's what I was
Okay,
gonna say,
so-
cause I think it needs further analysis. Because
But-
I don't know
mm-mm.
how we're going to,
Cause at the last line, it says, this time frame shall not exceed 6 months from the date of publication of the grand jury report. It's gonna exceed 6 months, so we can't say number 3.
Well, I mean, we don't know how long it's gonna be, so.
I'm saying it says, this
I know, I
time
know.
frame
I'm saying
shall
that We
not.
don't know how long it's gonna be before we get the MOU.
Right, so this time
That's why
frame
it's-
shall not exceed 6 months, so we cannot do 3, we have to do 2.
2. Because 2, we're setting the
And if
timeline.
we did the.
I'm
MOU
saying
within
that-
6 months, oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm saying if we don't know when the MOU is gonna be done, do we?
I'm saying that we cannot comply with the grand jury's recommendation because we don't know. So
Keep saying the same thing.
I'm
You don't
saying
know
the
if you
same
can
thing because
comply or
you're not
not. We
understanding
don't
me.
know if we can comply or not, because we don't know when. we're
You're
gonna
not
do that.
understanding me. What it says is that we cannot answer,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So 6 months from now, are we gonna get the MOU done
No,
in 6 months or not?
So we
No.
cannot do number 3.
I don't think,
We cannot.
maybe a year from now.
Yeah, so we agree, then we gotta be bound by that.
I'm
6-month thing.
looking back page. Go to the
No,
back
we can
page.
do that.
Ease a lot of things, but fast is not, doesn't seem to be one of them.
But I'm just saying that when you answer stuff, you answer to the best of your knowledge at the time.
Right, but it says if we answer as number 3, the timeline
I
cannot.
understood that every time you said it. I'm just saying, we don't know if we're gonna get that stuff figured out within 6 months. That's all I was saying.
I know, but you're not understanding that we can't say number 3 then.
Because we would only not be able to say 3 if we knew for a fact we weren't gonna be able to
Oh.
implement.
Well, that's what we're
I
not,
read it
we're
different,
not,
but anyway, it don't matter. We'll go with what you're saying.
we cannot give them a time frame.
Okay.
No, we can't, because,
So that's.
I
what we
mean,
do.
look how long it took us to get through planning. I mean, consolidation is even gonna be even worse. I mean, you're talking another maybe 5 years from now.
Okay, so do we have the response for 2?
Yeah, we're gonna do, yeah.
2.
Yeah, but
With
do we have to say something?
consolidation. Yeah, I'm gonna put like with consolidation, MOU and 5218.
Perfect.
R3, the district should make every effort to obtain an easement or complete the eminent domain process before April 12th, 2027.
We're doing that.
Sure.
We're doing that.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
We're making every effort.
And we're making
Yeah.
every
And have
effort.
been.
We have been.
so one has been implemented. I mean, we're making every effort.
Yeah. I mean, it's been implemented. We're having another, settlement talk in
July.
July, so.
It's just talking about every effort. We were making more than our fair share of efforts. Continually.
Of course, we're trying to get it done before.
But I think in the summary, it needs to say that it is it is in the courts.
Right.
We are making every effort, but we cannot supersede the
You're
legal,
moving in the time frame that
parameters.
the court permits.
right. Yep.
And this one gets me.
R4, 2 or 3 board member signatures required for routine monthly expenditures is excessive and micromanaged.
Number
Not even-
4, the recommendation will not be implemented because it is not warranted or is not reasonable with an explanation. I think this
I
is,
think what they're getting at is what I've said for all the years we've been doing this. It doesn't matter, because I've made mistakes, it doesn't matter how many people sign the checks. If one person signs it, it's just as if you guys all have to approve it. If one, it doesn't protect you in the slightest. Whoever signs that check fraudulently goes to prison. It doesn't matter how many signatures you have on that. The bank, you can tell them as much as you want. If you accidentally send one, they cash it anyway.
no,
I
but it's,
completely disagree with them that we're micromanaging by doing that, and I think that needs to be voiced. That's my personal opinion.
I
And
mean,
that's- and I-
there's too much fraud, there's too much
But
extortion.
how do you stop the fraud by just having 3 signatures? If-
We have multiple checks and
I
balances.
know,
That's
but
not
I'm
the-
saying that if,
We
as
stop
far as the signatures go, if, that's what I'm saying, if one of you decides that you're gonna be fraudulent and send a check, how does the check and balance stop anything from the 2 or 3
It's
signatures?
not just fraudulent. When we have multiple signatures, there's multiple eyes looking at there's multiple eyes continually
No,
looking at this
The policy
process.
should still stay the same. You have to vote to approve those checks.
No, because when
It just
we
doesn't matter
vote,
how many signatures.
time we're like, if we're tired or something, no, we need the process we have. We've worked long and hard on making it better. And I
my
think
thing
it
about
works
the
pretty
process
well.
is that it requires like us doing the AP committee.
That's what I'm saying. You all see it anyway.
But yes, but it also requires, I mean, it can get a little loosey if you're not the one. I mean, you're just looking at the paper, but physically looking at the invoices and saying, wait a second, what is this?
Even with all the eyes on stuff, we miss stuff. And when we do the quarterly, we find stuff that we missed on the
I
other
agree.
thing.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter when you get to the point of the check. I don't
It
care how
does,
you do it.
because
It
we
makes no
wouldn't be
difference to
doing
me.
any of this.
But the
if we
actual
weren't doing
signature, no, you
multiple
would. You would
signatures.
still keep the policy in place of all of the checks and balances. It's just the final, when you guys approve it, whoever is gonna sign it, say the board president, he would just be the guy signing it
No.
because you guys approved it. That's all I'm saying. I don't care either way. I'm not trying to argue it for them, but.
I don't see anything wrong with our process.
I don't either.
And our oversight, because it's our oversight, it's what our company does. What Lake of the Woods does, I don't really care how they do it. If they have one person that they authorize to sign checks, I personally think it's better to have more than one person having eyes on it and signing it, because that prevents one person from being able to be the one person that's gonna, oh, maybe I'm gonna do something nefarious, or maybe I'm gonna say something.
But if you wanted to do that, you would just take a check and you would go sign it somewhere nefariously,
No, because
regardless.
no, you're gonna take a little out of this account and move it for
You
into
can't
your
do
own
that,
account,
because
put
it-
this into
You
that
cannot
account.
do that because of the checks and balances. I'm
It
just
does
saying, I
not-
sent a check before twice, early on in my general manager, where it required 3 signatures. I didn't know that. I sent them out. If they had 1 signature, nobody.
And it got
stopped
cashed. I
Yeah,
know.
Nobody stops it.
I know, I'm not
Like
saying
that
it stops.
Catch it?
Yeah.
Yes, of course they
Board
do.
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah, but the thing is, the bank has a responsibility, and if it wasn't supposed to be cash, then the bank would be responsible for that
Because they
check,
should have looked.
because they
It's
should
the
have
same thing,
got
it's
it.
the same thing if somebody gets their check, the bank is gonna refund our money, is what I'm saying. Then whoever did it wrong is.
I don't know why I was arguing this point, because the board,
Because I just don't like, irritating the grand jury, but I'm cool with you guys doing it the way it is. It's worked out good for me.
Well, we have,
Why do
wait a
they have a
second.
right to micromanage?
they
how
don't,
we
they
do
don't
stuff?
have the right to
One at a time,
micromanage how
one
we
at a time.
do our procedures and
Yeah, all
policies.
power.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, we can push back on that. I don't, I don't agree with it.
Then you push back.
When I first got on the board, we didn't have AP. We didn't have anything except Linda giving us the checks. We were trying in the meeting, trying to look at invoices and trying to pay attention
No,
to the
it's
meeting and
ridiculous.
trying to sign checks. I mean, I don't wanna go back to that.
And that 3 signature thing means we look at it, but we still have someone like tonight, Brahma signed as the 3rd signature, so he might catch something that we were
I
tired of
agree with the
didn't see.
3 signatures. I'm just saying it doesn't make any difference in the scheme of preventing
It
fraud.
does not
It's a
put
good
that,
process you guys have. That's why it seems like you guys are getting mad at me, like I'm defending
I'm
it.
not mad
I'm
at
just
you.
saying it doesn't make any
okay, you're
difference.
raising your voice, Johnny.
Well, that's just because I'm trying to talk over, because I was
I'm mad at
speaking.
this.
We just need to,
Yes.
okay, then just tell them that. And I doubt that, like, again, I think the judge is gonna read it and not even care. So we'll go ahead and push back. And it'll be fine.
And I don't see why anybody else is concerned about the fact that we're micromanaging. They're calling the grand jury and
And micromanaging
and
us.
saying we're
Well, I
micromanaging.
don't know if
They're
they-
being really
I
ridiculous
don't know
to
if-
me.
Okay, well, one thing you gotta realize though, is somebody may not have called. The board, the grand jury looks at our meetings. They sit there and watch our meetings. They could have decided, just like they did with saying the pledge. That wasn't against the law. We could have pushed back on saying the pledge before the meetings. Their recommendation was they would like to see us say the pledge. So we did it.
That's not a big deal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a recommendation. They might have seen something on the camera and decided, okay, I think they're micromanaging. That's one person's
But
opinion.
that's not even on the meeting. This thing you would never know unless,
About 3 signatures?
yes.
Oh, it's been talked about many times in an open meeting. We
But
still
I
need,
read the policy, I mean.
yeah,
Well, that they could have done.
and
But
everything
you
is
don't
on the
talk
website.
about, did you sign, did you do 3 signature? That's all done prior. We don't even talk about any of that in a meeting.
Anyway, so yeah, they put that we
So
don't feel
that's
like
not in a-
micromanage.
Well, we're not gonna do it.
We manage everything just fine.
Thank you very much.
We're happy with our process, to prevent fraud.
Amen. Can I
Extortion?
get a witness?
Perfect.
I don't think it should be to prevent fraud, I think it's just.
We-
It doesn't necessarily prevent fraud, but it allows us to see mistakes that we're making along the way, which is not always fraud. It's
It,
a lot of
it,
it's
it
not
just
fraud.
helps us to review all the bills that are coming through, something to that effect.
It helps us with budgeting, it helps us with all kinds of stuff.
So you're doing number 4, are you doing it on the grounds it's not warranted or not reasonable? Now you have 2 options.
No, warranted would be good.
Not warranted.
Okay, so we're gonna do number 4 under not warranted.
Well, let me look again.
Yeah, I could see it if it was the reverse.
And then
Like,
the
oh no,
explanation.
you're not doing enough.
Right.
I could see that, but it's overkill, which is good.
Yeah, number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
but in
warranted.
page 4, not warranted, and explanation is, try to keep it to 1 sentence, we'll keep it simple.
We like our checks and balances.
Not warranted because our process currently works the best it's worked. We haven't been doing this the whole time, so some way of saying this is I mean, we have been doing the 3 signatures the whole time, but we haven't been doing.
Well, that's all they're talking about.
Yeah,
Who's complaining about this?
Okay, I don't know.
Right, oh, anonymously?
It's either anonymous or the grand jury seen something themselves,
Yeah,
something they.
It's not that it's not reasonable, their request is reasonable, other boards may not do that, but it's not warranted for this particular board. Because we like the process.
Thank you very much.
Not this work.
It works for the board
Process.
oversight. The board likes it for
Board oversight.
Board
For
oversight.
board oversight.
And then we're
For
good.
transparency.
And oversight and transparency.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
work.
All right,
That is an excellent word.
thank you, board, for that
You like being
discussion. That was a lively discussion right there.
Good.
No, I kinda liked it.
And
You covered everything.
And I'll tell you what my issue is, since we have no recourse, the only reason I argued at all is we really have no recourse in fighting the grand jury other than just telling the judge. So I personally, it's like, don't poke the bear unless it's really important. But that's just my own.
We've poked before.
Oh, what are you gonna do? You're gonna say, okay, the grand jury is saying it's micromanagement. Okay, so now we won't do it.
Yeah.
Is that what
we
we're gonna
stick to our guns. We have created this policy
I mean, that's.
for
what I'm
our
saying.
board, our community, and our,
Well,
way
you
to
don't wanna
run
poke the
business.
bear,
I
so.
agree. I get it. Professional.
It wouldn't have changed any of the other policies leading up to the signatures. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Everything else you do to do oversight would still be there.
yeah.
It's just the final signature, but that's fine.
And we would have to change, I mean, in some
Yeah.
ways it's not reasonable because we'd have to spend money,
Yeah,
extra money changing all the way that we do stuff. We have to rewrite our, yeah.
yeah, we beat this thing pretty good. Let's
Okay.
move on.
So that's it, we're
And
done.
that's it, yeah.
Okay, 18. Review and approve minutes for May 5th, 2026 Quarterly Financial Committee. May 12th, 2026 AP Standing Committee. May 14th, 2026 Regular Meeting. May 23rd, 2026 Public Hearing. And May 26th, 2026 AP Standing Committee. And May 28th, 2026 Regular State Planning and Project Meeting.
I make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes, for, 5/5/2026 Quarterly Financial Committee, 5/12/2026 AP Standing Committee, 5/14/2026 Regular Meeting, 5/23/26 Public Hearing, 5/26/2026 AP Standing Committee, and 5/28/2026 Regular State Planning and Project Meeting, with any amendments that were sent to Tiffany previous to and after the meeting, as well as any additional amendments for typos or other errors that we may not have caught or that may need to be corrected.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
A motion has been made and seconded. Roll call of directors. Director Schoenberg, Director Nyman,
Aye.
Director Gibson. Director Kelly,
Right.
Director Garcia is an aye, 5-0, motion carried. Number 19, discussion vote on forming and or dissolving any ad hoc committees. Do we have any currently that need to be
No, I don't think so.
eliminated or created?
Oh, we do?
The rate study, or did we take that off?
The committee was,
It was disbanded?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we did that last time.
okay.
Okay, so then we can remove the report on the rate
Yeah.
study committee also, then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
agenda item.
Agenda
yeah.
item.
Yeah.
Okay. Then move along. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Do I have a second? Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call directors. Director Schoenberg, Director Nyman,
Aye.
Director Kelly,
Hi.
Director Gibson. Director Garcia is an aye, 5-0. We are adjourned at 5:56.
Good night,
Thank you,
everyone.
ladies and gentlemen.